Hi, this is Maginoni, and welcome to another edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Disappointing. Let's get right with it, and the good is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this week there was actually a lot of good, but I went with this book because, to me, this represented a fresh start for everything. It was actually the first book I read for the week, and it just kind of put me right into the groove of what was to come. Basically, like while I miss certain characters like Gamora and Star-Lord, the addition of Kitty Pryde and Thing actually Bendis made it kind of seamless. He gives us a little nugget as to what happened at the end of Secret Wars, but this doesn't drop the bomb. Another comic does about what happened to Reed and Sue, and even then, it could be just how it's written and how we interpret it, could still change what the meaning is. But overall, I really liked it. It gave Ben a reason to be out in space. He's like, this is what I trained for. This is what I've wanted to do my entire life. But the Fantastic Four happened, and now I'm able to continue. I can get to do what I dreamed. And this pretty much basically said, if you're thinking of Fantastic Four coming back anytime soon, it's not happening. The art is solid. The banter between the characters, especially with Rocket, is still pretty good. Overall, the story moved pretty well also. Basically, at the very beginning, we get who the potential villains are going to be. We get an artifact of immense power, and the Guardians are afraid to touch it, so they need someplace to go, and that's where we go to Peter, the old Star-Lord, his home world, where he's now king, and that's where the story then kicks off. Overall, like I said, it was just a fun read. I really enjoyed it. Art was clean, and for me, I don't know what else I could ask for. Okay, now for my bad. Now, I don't necessarily mean these two comics are bad. I'm just using these to represent the problem. Because overall, these were two good books, too. What we have here is this. The ending to the old Marvel Universe coming out at the same time as the new, all different. Now, in theory, you might think, okay, this is a decent transition. This universe is done. This is starting, but the overall problem is we still don't have the ending to Secret Wars. Spoilers are coming out little by little, and it's kind of, and then like A-Force and Secret Wars. It's like something doesn't seem right in the universe, especially when you don't have the ending to Secret Wars, and we're getting the new number ones. So my bad is basically Marvel screwing up their release schedules. And, in all honesty, it's like once these started to go, do you really care how Secret Wars ends? You don't. Because you know what the outcome is. So, that is my bad. Okay, my disappointing. And that's JLA number 4. It's kind of like, it's gotten for me to the point where I kind of go, do I even feel invested to want to read this book any longer? This book comes out so infrequently. It's like, and when it does, you kind of have to remember what happened the issue before type thing. Even the art, I love Brian Hitch's artwork, but maybe he's being rushed, maybe it's the inking, but something just seems, just a little off in that department. And some of it just seems a little sloppy, especially the way the bodies are just standing there. Some of the bodies are very stiff, but maybe at a different angle. But like it just doesn't seem right. The backgrounds are just kind of, nothing really, like very generic type. And it's just, to me, it's just lost the soul, so to speak. The basic story is they're figuring out how the god of Krypton is jacking with everybody, and it's kind of like one of those things where when they tell you how it's done, I just kind of go, I don't care any longer. I really don't know if I'm going to get number 5 because the whole thing is just it's just a waste. It truly is a waste. But anyways, this is my good, the bad, disappointing. Let me know what your good and bad disappointing is for the week. We'll have some more reviews later. So until next time.